where we can create a new spreadsheet. Now, this functions, again, almost exactly the same as Excel does. There are a lot less tools and features, though, so you might not find everything you need, but this should do for most things. Now, we can do some data. We'll put some examples on the top. Let's say we have name, and then we have amount of food. So I have, as many of you know, 6 cats, and they are Chloe, Nimbus, Sasha, Morgan, Mal, and Bridget. And they all eat different amounts of food. Chloe eats about half a cup a day, so 0.5. Nimbus, on the other hand, eats a lot more, and he eats almost a cup a day. Whereas Sasha eats a little less, so let's say he eats 0.25. Morgan, she eats the same as Chloe. Mal eats a lot. He eats a cup and a half of food. And Bridget eats about in between. She eats about 0.75. So here we have a basic spreadsheet with some information. Now, some of the useful things that people do with spreadsheets, though, is to insert a chart. So we're going to try to insert a chart here. And if you just put it where you want it and select Insert Chart, you're good to go. And let's do this as a columns bar graph. And the chart title will be Food. The horizontal axis will be Name, and the vertical will be Amount. And then we need to pick the data. So select the data range. And I'm going to select from 1, and then just hold the Shift key and hit the bottom one here to B7. And click OK. And then we are going to use row 1 as labels, since we created those as labels. And click Save Chart. And there we have a chart of the amount of food that my cats eat. And that's really it for basic functions. Now, if you need to do some more functions, like say you want to add up everything and see how much they all eat, we go to this Formulas button. And we can sum, which will tell us the sum of, and then we just select with our mouse which ones, and close it with a parentheses, and hit enter. And it does not seem to have liked that. Sometimes that happens. Oh, it looks like it doubled up. So you want it to just say B2 colon B7, because that's the range I want to add. Then click enter, and it gives me they eat 4.5 cups. Now, say instead of the sum, I wanted to know how much a cat eats on average. So I can click here, and I can do average. And then I can also pick that range again, and hit enter. And it gives me that on average they eat 0.75 cups per day. So this has pretty much all the basic functions that you will need for any kind of Excel document. And we want to make sure to save it. Click OK, and now that will be saved as well. And just the exact same way, we will go File, Download As, and download it as Excel. That will bring up that other window, or it'll bring up a save option, and you just click save and it'll be in your downloads. And if we click on all items again, we see that we still have the training one, and then we can go create new and do a presentation, and this will be used for PowerPoint type slides. First thing, again, just like the PowerPoint presentation, we will want to change our presentation settings. So we're going to change it to a theme. There are a lot less themes, they're a lot less detailed, but there are still a few choices. And I think I'm going to pick this gradient black, and that's all you have to do. Now you have a theme. So click a title, presentation, subtitle, training. And then we can go and click. If you look here, you have some options. Insert a new slide, create a duplicate, or delete the current slide. We want to create another one. And it's going to pop this up, which is your choices for format. Most likely you'll be using the first one here that's text, or maybe a 2-column one. Let's use the text, and then again, simple, just click there and start typing, creating bullet points. And then we're going to add the content. Unlike PowerPoint, this does not automatically create bullet points for you. You have to tell it to. So otherwise it'll just be typing plain paragraph text. So the first thing you'll want to do is click bullet list. And now you have a bullet point. And then we click enter, and it remembers the fact that now we're making a list. And it works the same way as PowerPoint. To go in, you click tab, and that goes to the next level. You can also use these buttons to increase indent and decrease indent. And to pull back out, you do shift tab. And that's all you have to do. And let's make another slide, another text slide. This one is going to be a picture. So we click in the box, and then we go to insert again, and this works the exact same way as it did for the first program. Insert image, and you either find an image from your own files, and we click OK. And sometimes it takes a minute if it's a really big file. We can see it's taking, sometimes it doesn't like it. Well, it liked the first picture, so let's go back to that one. And click OK. And it's okay if it fails the first time. Sometimes that'll happen. And there we have it. It inserted the picture, it resizes it completely, and you can still resize it, but unlike with PowerPoint, if you're using the corners, it's kind of a freeform thing, which is not really what you want. So you can hold Shift down and it'll keep the picture's aspect ratio, or how it's shaped, the same, so it won't do weird things like make her super long. And to get rid of something that's already on the page, just hit the delete button. And you can also find pictures on the web. Just make sure if you do find a picture on the internet, the best way to deal with that is to right-click it, which I can't do on this page, but you can right-click any picture and choose copy image location or copy image URL. Any of those will work perfectly well, and then you can paste it when you go to insert image and specify the URL. Okay, and that really is all there is. And the same way, you just go download as PowerPoint. And then you'll save that file. And if you notice, it saves as a PPT. And that really is all there is to Google Docs. And if anyone needs any more in-depth trainings and after deciding to use this, please don't hesitate to let us know.